You're not being fined for slavery. You're not being arrested for Jim Crow. You're not being dragged into court for redlining.
Why not try to...
You know, it's funny when I'm scrolling social media and I come across a video from a Maga with one of these, what they think is clever titles that they really think ate shit up. So she says, if immigrant children shouldn't be punished for what their parents did, white people shouldn't be punished for what our ancestors did. First of all, this is a stupid comparison, and I don't say that lightly. The two situations are nothing alike at all. Let's get one thing clear. No one, and I mean no one, is asking for white people to be punished for what their ancestors did. You're not being fined for slavery. You're not being arrested for Jim Crow. You're not being dragged into court for redlining. What people are asking for is that our government, using the tax dollars we all pay, address the ongoing consequences of policies that the government itself created and enforced for decades. Let's talk about what those consequences actually look like. We're talking about communities that are underfunded and overpoliced, schools in majority black neighborhoods that receive far less funding than schools in majority white neighborhoods, infrastructure that gets neglected until it falls apart, and here's what a lot of people conveniently ignore. Black people in these communities pay taxes too. Those same tax dollars go into the same pot as everyone else's, but when it comes to distributing resources, our communities often get scraps if they get anything at all. And here's where the hypocrisy really kicks in. When a mostly white community asks for funds to improve their schools, fix their parks, repair their roads, or bring in new businesses, it's called revitalization. It's seen as an investment. People say, wow, they're really fixing this place up. But when a majority black community asks for the exact same thing, to return some of our own tax dollars to our neighborhoods, suddenly it's handouts or socialism or wanting something for free. Why is that? Why is it that when white communities get public investment, it's a smart economic move, but when black communities get it, it's treated like charity? This lady's caption is a perfect example of how false equivalencies get used to avoid real conversations. Immigrant children being punished for their parents' immigration status is a direct and present harm. It's happening to them right now. Asking the government to invest in historically neglected black communities is about repairing ongoing damage caused by decades of government policy. These are not the same thing. They're not even in the same category. One is about ending active harm to children. The other is about finally undoing the harm that has been allowed to pile up for generations. And here's the part a lot of people don't want to hear. Addressing these issues is not about making you feel guilty about what your great-grandparents did. It's about understanding that the benefits many white families have today, generational wealth, better schools, safer neighborhoods, didn't just appear out of thin air. They were built in part through policies that locked black families out of those same opportunities. And if the government had the power to create the inequality, it has the responsibility to fix it. So no one's asking to punish white people for their ancestors' actions. We're asking for fairness. We're asking for investment. We're asking for the same thing white communities already get without being shamed for it. If you can understand that it's good for everyone when a struggling rural town gets new schools or a new hospital, then you can understand that it's also good for everyone when a historically black neighborhood gets the resources it's been denied for decades. That's not punishment, that's justice. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.